GSP, he announced his return. He's fighting Michael Bisping for the middleweight title. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I thought, number one, I think it's premature for GSP to go walking into a world title fight, even though he's a tremendous guy, tremendous athlete. But when you've been gone for this long, it's not fair to the other guys, on the guys that have been working forever just to get that opportunity to fight for a championship fight. And but I would have gave, as boxing goes, as the game goes in the proper way of structuring it, give him a fight, a tune-up fight as they call it. And I'm talking about GSP, and then put him in a title fight. But, the UFC calls their own shots, and, they kind of make it happen, and that's the way it's going to be. And I think, I think it'll be a successful fight. But nonetheless, it's not fair to the fighters that have been working themselves up to the top.
Yeah, and the rankings and whatnot. But how do you see that fight playing out?
Michael Bisping he's like the dark horse all the time. He just never expects him to win, but he always wins. And I've worked many, many fights with Michael and George St-Pierre. George St-Pierre is the polished fighter. And from what I understand, he hasn't lost much of his skills. So I would see the typical Mayweather type of Conor McGregor type of fight with GSP being Mayweather, the finesse fighter, and Bisping being the rough, tough fighter.
Now, who do you think would win, though?
That's in MMA. I can't pick him because you just never know. It takes that one shot. But for endurance and for being in the game and just being rough and tough, Michael Bisping is my choice.